Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Dark Roast Podcast. I'm Jan Regencia. I'm going to try this conversation with one of my featured guests, Richard Petre.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Good. Thank you for being the first featured guest on here. So what we're going to try to do is we're just going to converse about basically anything. We basically have known each other for quite some time, but through mutual friends. So this is actually the first time I'm going to get to know you and who you are, and you probably get to know who I am as a human
No, I already
being.
know you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, that's enough, guys.
Yes, yeah. I'll go.
But how are you, though? How's everything? What you been up to since?
Pretty good. Well, since I have my own business, I'm consistently working. So as far as things going new is very limited.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm actually not doing much. I mean, I'm
Just
talking
chilling?
to people, chilling. Other than that, trying to avoid everybody in the process because of
The
COVID.
whole COVID thing.
The whole COVID thing. So other than that, it's really limited.
Right. So yeah, you've been basically working like
Monday through Sunday. And now Monday through Saturday, but it's still a pain in the
Jesus
ass.
Christ, Monday through Sunday. See,
Yeah.
like mine is usually Monday through Friday, but doing Monday through basically all
Yeah.
7 days.
Yeah.
That's already a lot.
Yeah.
How is that? Like,
That's did I calculate how much the hours were? I think past 50 hours or around there a week.
what the fuck?
That's forever. So I don't really know.
Yeah. What's like? How does so what's your hours say on like a Monday? Like, what's the starting hours?
Well, it says, Rich, you should go kill yourself because it's a lot. But
Is it really?
no, but
Is it like
it's-
more than 8 hours?
Yeah. Well, at 9 to 9, it's a little bit more than 8 hours, and I can't really do much in between. I'll since my business is next to my house, I
Right.
just have my dinner. I go upstairs, eat, and then go back, or I'll just go to the freaking Domino's that's like couple of I'm not even a mile away. It's like, all right, I'll
It's
get
just like
something.
right down the street, or you can even call them too. Just like
Yeah, true. Yeah, but every time I call those guys, I don't know what's up with them specifically, but they keep crashing into something in my house. I don't know what. We had lampposts at one point, and somebody backed up into it and crashed it.
What?
Somebody hit something else, and that was two different drivers in 2 separate years. So I'm like, I think we're gonna just go pick it up.
Like just pick it up. Like we'll take care of it.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It's not like it was dark.
Yeah, like during
they
the
couldn't see.
daytime.
Yeah.
Was like the road like icy or something? Like
No, they're just stupid.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's good. At least you've been busy. At least
Yeah.
with Monday through Sunday, which is insane.
Yeah.
First of all, I can't even do 9 to 9. I
No.
can only max 8 to 5. That's my hours
Yeah.
at work from Monday through Friday. Maybe in overtime depending on how much work I need to get done.
Right.
But that's impressive. Doing 9 to 9 Monday through Sunday is just incredibly difficult.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
get to my age and you'll see, even though we're the same age.
Hey, 27 is not bad though. 27 is like we feel, but we're still young.
Yeah, like I can still jump over something and not feel it in my knees.
Yeah.
But I can run a little bit and then get tired out.
Oh Jesus Christ! Do you go to the gym though? Do you like
Yeah, I go. Well, I mean, with the winter
in the winter?
kicking our ass in Jersey, it's kind
You
of
just kind of stay
yeah, it's
back?
kind of stay back.
Understandable.
Because my property is like less than an acre, but I have a house here, a long sloping driveway, and then the front of the property, and all that gets covered in snow. And for some reason, I get the most snow out of the neighborhood, so I
you mean?
spend 2 hours every time, no matter if it's 3 inches or 5 feet. I spend 3 hours to 2 hours.
You might as well just sled down to the gym.
I honestly should just move.
I honestly think that's a good idea.
Yeah, like
Listen.
not even plow the snow, not even take out the furniture, just leave the house.
Right? Like I
Yeah.
feel like just being in the area of where we are, especially Northwest Jersey, we're
Yeah.
basically by the Poconos.
Yeah.
It's so hard for us to just move somewhere.
Yeah.
In the winter, especially. And that's why you sometimes sit there like, yeah, it's pretty scenic, but I always felt like two things in my head. I always think one, like it's so like hard to find like a place where there's like social gatherings, even though right now like it's COVID right now,
Right.
COVID.
Yeah, but
scenario,
even without
but-
COVID, there's nothing to do in Jersey.
right? You
So-
know what I mean?
so, I mean,
especially
I
the
had-
Northwest Jersey.
Yeah,
Like,
forget COVID, forget the
Yeah.
snow. I couldn't even go out and like think of something to do. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bar. All right, I'm going home.
Right.
That's it. There's like I can't go see a show. I can't do this and then go do that in the same night because it's not that close.
Where,
to each other.
like, so if we go to this conversation, where do you think you would want to move to? Like, what you like? Say like somewhere like a perfect location that you feel.
If it's in this country, it's gonna be Texas, just because they have no state tax, so
Yes,
you're making a little more money.
Like more money. I feel like do you think like they're because of the state tax, like there's obviously like zero.
Yeah.
But do you think the rate, like the salary might be like low because
Oh
of that?
well,
Like,
compared to us, it's gonna be a lot lower.
lower, but still it's
But
there are no
still,
taxes.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly. So it's a little more freedom, a little more openness. Some people don't like that; they want to be close to New York or Cali, where you have the city life.
Yeah, but there's obviously like a lot of
Basically.
taxes in
Yeah, and a
California,
lot of
which makes it
drugs.
similar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically. No, but Texas is actually a good choice. Like for me personally, Texas is actually on my list
Yeah.
because obviously you and I are into technology.
Yeah.
For crying out loud, you
So-
build tech
Which
I was-
to a degree.
to a degree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love like seeing things that are innovative. Things like why is this here?
Yeah.
Why is this the future?
Exactly. Why
Every-
does this piece of
Yeah.
why does this mechanical part
Yeah, it's
help
like
this whole machine work?
yeah, it's like looking at a hard drive. Like like one of those fancy hard drives. Like you're looking at like a rectangle. Like
Yeah.
why is this? What is the purpose of this?
Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
The one with the anime tits on it?
Yeah, like
yeah,
basically-
the one with the USBs.
those are like the funny ones.
Yeah,
When I
those
look
are-
at it, but they're very effective.
They are very effective. I
Yeah.
mean, better than the regular non-anime tits.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially the design too.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, it's got to be silicone. Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Texas, going back to the topic,
Mm-hmm.
Texas has a lot of innovative things that are growing. A lot of people our age, like the millennial
Yeah.
era age, like they're all starting to move down to the south.
Yeah. Honestly, it's either
yeah.
Florida or Texas.
Right. Yeah,
For
Florida-
people moving.
for people moving, yeah, and they want to be in a place where it's not like too cold, it's not
Yeah.
too warm, it's a good balance. I mean, we know what happened. I mean, you heard the news about Texas.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they literally just got like an ice age in
Yeah.
their area, and their whole electricity just went down.
Unbelievable that they've had
Yeah.
snow before, but they didn't have any preparations. Like, okay, maybe stuff's changing, and it's about to snow here now.
Right.
From here
Yeah.
on out, and they still don't have anything to like
Yeah, they got caught off
prevent
guard.
this. Yeah,
Yeah, that's like remember Hurricane Sandy?
yeah.
We were caught off guard.
We were caught off guard,
Yeah.
but we have enough things
We
for
had enough
Jersey to be
things,
able
yeah.
to fix
Yeah, and
what it damaged.
right, and that's why I was thinking in my head like it's kind of similar, but we did have the luxury because we had New York City there.
Yeah, that too. So we had help.
We had help. Yeah,
Yeah.
Texas had kind of like was just whoa.
Yeah, I mean they already think they're their own state or country.
Yeah, they're their own country.
So they're gonna do it themselves, but obviously they can't
Yeah.
do it by themselves.
They can, yeah, and it's a fucking big state.
Yeah,
So that's why that's one of the flaws I thought about Texas was because like like winter weather like that.
Yeah.
and they're not used to it. Compared to us, like
Right.
look outside of what we have like 5
But
feet of snow.
I think the people that are
Yeah.
going through those freezing effects that are actually dying in their house are the ones that live in like 1960s houses and they've
Yeah.
been living there for 80 years and they never had to deal with this. I think the newer homes that are either renovated or built new are gonna have some sort of heating element that
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they're gonna be
Some
fine.
sort. Yeah. Do you think like solar like panels?
Maybe that.
Maybe,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean they don't have any power grids working.
Yeah, I don't think they
least
do, but I feel
last
like
time I heard.
yeah, I feel like they would.
Yeah, have something.
Have
yeah,
something.
like solar panels.
Yeah. What about I always thought this too, but what about like the Carolinas? Like South
Yeah,
Carolina.
I mean,
North Carolina?
everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people that I know just moved to South Carolina.
really?
I don't know why. I'm sure it's great, but I don't know.
It's just-
It's like I've never seen it, so I can't really comment on it.
I have a friend who lives in Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay.
And she loves it there because there's like a lot of. It's not too big, but it's not too small. It's basically just a
Right.
city. But they have like a lot of things to do, and I think a lot of people, again, like the millennials,
Right.
are starting to move there because it's very
Yeah.
environmental friendly. They have like I think she told me that there was like a strip of breweries, so that's actually really nice.
That's nice.
And they're more, again, like I said, just like Texas, they're more innovative. Like they're starting to grow into high tech stuff because there's a lot of opening fields and they want to build
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I always thought South Carolina, North Carolina, I guess as well,
Yeah.
could be another location I would,
Right.
You know,
Or East Carolina, you never know.
or East Carolina. Yeah, why
yeah.
not? You know,
No, why not? This guy, you
Yeah.
gotta expand. I mean, you're not gonna stick with the mentality that you're gonna
Right.
be a follower.
Exactly.
So, what
Oh,
other
man.
countries do you? Countries? How many states do you want to visit or
I-
move to if you
I was thinking, oh man, for a while I wanted to go to Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah, Seattle because like I don't know, I just enjoy the scenery there. Mm-hmm. It looks very peaceful and it's not small. It's a big city.
No, it is.
Yeah, and also Vancouver is like right there.
You're right.
So I can go to two
You got
cities.
a little trip.
Yeah. And I don't know, I felt like the environment there looks really chill, you know. And obviously my favorite team is the Seahawks.
Okay.
Yeah. So Russell Wilson, woo, but we got our ass whooped by the Rams. So Seattle happens to be one of the places that I always thought about either living, visiting for sure, like a vacation wise. I totally would. I actually was supposed to go.
Oh, okay.
Last year in what year? Or not what year? 1 month, August.
Okay.
So me and two of my boys, like we were this close to getting tickets to Seattle for August, but then like the whole pandemic happened, just completely shut it down, and we still were processing. And Seattle, I think, was, or not Seattle, but the whole state of Washington, was I think were the first to get the COVID, right?
So they locked down first.
Yeah, so then we started thinking about like, should we even do it? I'm like, no, let's just wait it out.
Especially taking a trip, spending some money, and finding out you can't.
Yeah, and finding out you can't. So it's like, you know what? We'll just hold off on it, and then maybe next time.
Right.
So
which next time might be next year or 2 years.
Yeah, maybe when I'm old. Maybe like 60.
Yeah, can you do it when you're 60, even if we're clear?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You know? Like, here's the thing. When you're still, like, alive, you try your best to do whatever you can.
Yeah.
You know? Travel as much as you can. Do things out of your comfort zone. Like, that's like, the mentality I want. That's why Seattle...
Unless you're a child labor in China, then you don't have that much of a future.
Yeah, that would be a different story.
Yeah, that's
a different
story.
That'd be a different story.
Yeah.
So Seattle would be one of my lists.
Okay.
California, I have visited California back in 2016.
Okay.
I went to LA,
Nice,
which is pretty nice. Yeah. I went to San Francisco in 2014, and I went to Anaheim. So those like 3 places I enjoyed, especially it's on the West Coast.
Yeah.
What I enjoy too is because it's flat land, so it's very like kind of like just there, and it's just nice and it's warm out.
You just have to worry about flooding.
Yeah, flooding and earthquakes. If you especially are living in San Francisco, you're gonna be dealing with like a lot of earthquakes.
Yeah.
So I've never been to San Diego, so
Okay.
I don't know about living, but I do want to visit.
Yeah, San Diego does sound nice.
Yeah,
from what they
so
say.
definitely the California, Seattle. I don't know about the Midwest. Like, I don't know if there's anything around there. Like,
it's unfortunate. America's so big, but you don't really hear people like, "Oh, I'm gonna move to the Midwest," because I hear there's a lot of expansion. Not really. There's just people living there.
Yeah, like all I can think of is like factories, like probably obviously successful like companies.
If you can't find a job where you are, I would assume that might be on your to-do list because there's factories.
There's factories, yeah.
You know?
Fuck it, live in the crops. Fuck it.
Yeah, yeah, that's your house.
Even though we don't know if there's like, you know, obviously not all of the state or the Midwest is full of crops. Obviously, there's probably cities, but still, it's like we always visualize that, you know.
Right. Yeah, it could be a lot more beautiful. We're maybe very close-minded on the Midwest.
Right,
and we're making fun of those people for no reason. But
at the end of the day,
of the day, I don't hear anything about it.
Exactly.
So there must not be a lot going on.
Yeah, maybe tornadoes.
Maybe tornadoes. Yeah, maybe they're creating them.
Yeah, that's how I know. Like anything that's involving with tornadoes, I know it's probably part of the Midwest somewhere.
Yeah, like fuck those guys.
Yeah. Country wise, actually, like, were you born here actually?
Yeah, I was born here. I only visited my country 2 years ago before COVID.
You're from Romania, right?
Romania, yeah.
Romania.
Well, no, I was born here, so but my nationality,
ethnic background is Romanian, Romanian American.
Yes.
So
first gen living here.
So when was the last time you were there back in your country?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, like my first time, my parents came and visited here and decided to live here.
Right.
My dad and my mom had 2 different circumstances, but they met here.
Gotcha.
I don't know. You want to hear this story? Good. I was going to say it anyway.
Listen, this podcast, you can say whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean?
God. All right. Dude, I don't know about those purple people, but they're crazy. Dude, I was going to clank this with you. Douche.
Hey, we can do a shotgun.
All right.
No, cheers, though.
Cheers. Yeah. Modelo time.
Oh yeah, I prefer it better on a bottle.
But yeah, I mean, bottle always tastes better.
Right, but can works.
Can's alright. Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So my father came to America first, and his father was an airline pilot. Now my country was communist, so there weren't a lot of people traveling, and there weren't a lot of people supposed to travel.
Right.
But because he was an airline pilot, he had to go places. But what he had to transport was stuff for the government, which was kind of hush hush. So
it's like a low key,
yeah,
kind of keep it.
yeah, exactly. Like they would go to places where Saddam Hussein was, and
Jesus
here,
Christ.
there, yeah. So
It's very confidential.
So very
Yeah.
confidential. I shouldn't have said it. So that's he had a few, he had a few places to go and all that, and I think he got fed up at one point. And
I don't blame him, just because the risk, and it could be like something that
Yeah.
could affect the world.
Exactly. So he had two sons, my father and my uncle. And my father is the oldest of the two, and their father decided to go to America. Now I believe he had to stop somewhere to deliver some package. Confidential. Shh. And then shut the fuck up.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
Yeah. So I believe the story is that he went, dropped it off, and then made a pit stop to America. But the pit stop was a long-term pit stop because he wanted to stay here and he wanted to defect.
Oh.
And the reason he was able to stay, I don't know if many people defected back then and they couldn't because they didn't have anything useful to America. But he knew a general from Romania that actually came to America and defected also. So
it's already like, I have some comrade.
yeah,
that does
so
the
he's
same
like, oh
thing.
yeah, I know that guy. Keep him here. He's good.
Yeah.
He's,
Did he get in trouble? Like
Well, he didn't get in trouble. I mean, obviously they wanted him back,
right.
but not only him, they wanted the plane back. So
I forgot about
yeah,
the plane.
exactly. Well, I think so did he.
He's probably like, oh shit, this is it.
So at this point, my dad and his brother were still in Romania, and they came to him with a letter that said, "You owe us this amount for the plane." And he's like, is this my name? No, this is my father's name. You go find him because I don't owe you shit. So then,
That's hilarious.
yeah. So eventually,
Jeez.
they made their way to America and they stayed with their father in New York. Now there was a little falling out. He wasn't the best father figure or a father at all. He did his own thing and let my father do his own thing with his brother.
Right.
And eventually, the brother had some things with my father that weren't kosher, let's say. So they had a falling out eventually. They moved to Florida, then came back to Jersey. So they had a few mishaps along the way. And my father finally stayed in Jersey. From moving to New York to Florida to Jersey. And now, a little bit later, my mom, also from Romania, moved with her mother in Germany and worked there.
Right.
So at one point she wanted to take a trip with her friend or friends to America, and they came to Jersey. So told the boss, hey, I'll be back in a month. I'm going to America. Okay. She comes here. She knows this Romanian guy that was a mutual friend of her friends and hers, and just hanged out around the area. I guess he showed them around. Now at this point, my dad came in contact with this older gentleman that was teaching him mechanical engineering as a trade, to be a machinist, better said. So he had a few machines in his shop, and my dad and a few other Romanians learned from this guy. And so they were apprentices, basically.
Right. So your dad, basically, that's how he started going into
Mechanical engineering. Yes.
And so did he grow to love it later on, or does he...
I mean, he curses it out every day. So I don't know how much how fucking dare you. So he enjoys it. He likes, I mean, he spends a lot of time into the field. So he does like it. It's a very frustrating field.
Oh, that's understandable. Especially if something doesn't work and you try executing it for months.
Exactly. Especially if it's not your drawing and you're making something that's somebody else's thing and they don't know how to draw. Because they're either college kids or they just never learned how to actually draw anything, so they don't give you dimensions. But that's a different story. So yeah, he likes the field, but he learned to love it. And eventually, they came in contact with each other, my mom and my dad, because of this one guy. And my father was seeing someone at the time, but that didn't work out. And towards the end of my mother's trip, and she had to move back to Romania, or travel back to Romania, my dad really fell in love with her, and he's like, I don't want you to go, I want you to stay here with me.
Oh dang, that's like one of those romances.
One of those romances.
Jeez, that's like the old school like romance, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Wait. Like, come back, please. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. It's not like Tinder, hey, I'll see you. Nah, I didn't like you, I'm gonna ghost you.
Right, yeah. Now it's like different nowadays.
Now it's completely different.
Yeah, it's like completely different. But go on, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's almost done. So basically, he said that my mom agreed because she liked him too, and called her work, said, hey, I'm not coming back. You could just lay me off.
Just lay me off.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm a great worker, but I just don't need you anymore.
Goodbye.
See ya. And did the same thing to her mother. Like, I'm not coming back. I'll see ya.
Dang.
Yeah.
So both ends, they were just like...
Both ends. And then, like, a year later, they married. And then a year after that, they had me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was that story.
Love.
That's love, yeah.
Love's a powerful thing, you know? It's just like... That's the crazy part. Like, what they did, like, their actions were just based off... I actually
emotion,
was emotionally, I was in love with you.
Yeah,
I always feel like in terms of love, I know like you know now that we figure out like how your story was, how you came to, or how you were born in America, and how your parents meet, which is actually really awesome. But like just thinking about, especially with them, and they probably have to. I don't know if you had conversations with them about love. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like...
No, it told me about fucking, but not much about love.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Said, make sure you have a condom.
Yeah. Don't tell me what to do. You're not there.
Yeah. Use Icy Hot, okay?
Just wrap it with tinfoil. I don't care.
Yeah, anything. Just to be safe, okay?
Yeah,
like,
please. I love you.
I love you, but please, we need to save money. We don't want kids right now.
Dad, I'm in the toilet. Leave me alone. Stop yelling through the door.
Like, stop yelling through the door. I'm taking a shit. Jesus.
Yeah, jeez. Come on out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you know, love is like it's very unique because it's a very powerful. It's probably the most powerful emotion, if I guess, for everybody. You know, because if your actions are not even based off like logical, it's more like, shit. Why do I feel like I want to do this?
Right.
So it feels it's really cool that your mom was like, "Bye, mom, I'm out."
Yeah,
because she did it out of love.
Right.
You know?
Like she had nothing in America.
Right.
Like she just moved there because of one guy, or if the guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
you know,
and then that's how, and then you just like how things like fall into place at that point.
Yeah,
you know,
and now 25 plus years later, they're still together.
And they're still together.
Yeah,
even though they went through their ups and downs, which is obviously normal, but they pulled through.
Yeah,
that's how love works. You know,
right.
Have you ever?
Unless you're very narcissistic.
Oh yeah,
try to keep that to yourself.
Oh yeah, that's like a different story.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna tell you I love you, but not really.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, but I just want to.
Yeah, I just want you in my bed, just asleep. We're not doing anything sexual. Just sleep.
Just sleep. Yeah. Like, you know, I need to rest. I don't want sweat all over me. You know?
Yeah.
Have you ever like been in love before? Like, I know this is probably a good.
Yeah. I need to go.
All right.
No. All right.
That concludes this. No, I'm just kidding.
But... it's weird because it was like a very brief situation where
were you like younger back then, like a teenager or
like,
teenager?
Yeah, went on a cruise, and I met this group. Like, I was young enough.
Wait, on a cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Which is, it's temporary.
I thought it was gonna be like from high school.
Yeah, my sweetheart. No, I didn't love anybody in high school. I thought everybody was just not good enough. Not that I'm self-loving or anything. Yeah, like, I got my own issues, but I just didn't like those issues. At high school.
Just didn't want. I need to move on from that issue. But go on. So you met her at a cruise?
So I met her on a cruise. They had this group where you could hang out with kids your age. Up to a certain point.
Right.
And I mean, you can't have a 30-year-old. I mean, that would have been cool because my uncle was 30. No, that's a different
30-year-old. Like, yeah, I didn't know that, son. Jeez.
So I started hanging out with these kids, and then maybe like a day later, these two girls from Canada came, and they were French Canadian, and I didn't pay. You know, so they came by. I didn't even pay no mind to them. I was just cracking jokes with them, and then continued with the group.
Right.
This is the only time I ever met like anybody for the first time, and within a week, and then I don't talk to him anymore, unfortunately. But like we
is
were
what
so
it is.
close together out of nowhere. Like everybody approved of everybody.
Like it was like gel.
Yeah, it was
like,
just
like-
gel. Yeah, so
That's awesome.
yeah, so that was nice. And then eventually, I got to know the girl a little more, and I really liked her. She was really cute. She's French Canadian, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't go wrong with French. Au
Yeah.
revoir, au revoir.
Oh, what? Like, oh, baby.
Oh my gosh, omelette du
Voulez-vous
fromage.
français? Because I think I'm in love.
Oh man, so have you still stayed in contact with the chick from
I
the
mean,
French Canadian chick?
I wanted to. It's just after so much time, we kind of fell off. She did her own thing, found someone else. I didn't, and it just sizzled out.
Jeez.
Oh, is that funny to you? Is that gonna make you laugh? Maybe I should hear about you. Your first love story, buddy. Let's see.
Basically, I was also in that same situation too, but my situation was different in terms of like falling in love because it took place actually in school.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a nurse, like I was majoring in nursing, and there was a girl. We actually like connected like really well.
Okay.
We like make each other laugh, and it got to the point where we decided to pick the same classes together.
Okay.
But then like shit went down. Long story short, it fucked up my path as a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say mentally it was my fault because
that sucks,
I
yeah.
should have learned. You know what I mean? I should have focused on my school instead of focusing on the chick.
But that was your first love, right?
It was my first love, yeah.
Yeah,
so
so, I
like
mean-
it wasn't a logical thing that was just it was
Right.
my emotions that kind of got to my head like
Yeah.
really really quick.
That's gonna happen. I mean, it sucks that it happened. Like that's a very bad way of letting it affect you.
Right.
But
It was a big like turning point in my life because it made me, become better at like, as a human being, like to understand like the
course.
emotions, and we can't control it obviously. It's
No.
tough to control.
Yeah.
But being able to understand it and be able to realize like, okay, I need to be better from this, learn from it, even though that situation sucked. Like it was like
Oh,
that was like my lowest of the low. But yeah.
were you
like,
depressed from it?
yeah, absolutely. I was depressed for it was longer than you. It was like literally like 4 to 6 months probably.
But you've known
Yeah.
this girl for a semester, right?
It was for like a semester, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 3
it took-
months.
yeah, like literally it took me a while. I think like towards the end of that semester, that's when I started catching the
Okay.
feels. So that's when I realized like where is this feeling coming from,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like if it wasn't for that, situation, I wouldn't be as motivated as I am now.
All right.
I wouldn't be in IT or in computer science, and I wouldn't be doing this podcast with you.
Yeah.
So I'm just thankful that things kind of fall into place for me, and it happens for everyone that everything just falls into place
Yeah.
for you. So
And I'm happy it fell into this place because you're not that you're not that far from me.
Yeah,
I
you're
could
like-
have drawn.
yeah, you're like 15 like minutes.
Yeah,
away.
yeah, dude. If you were too far, I would have said, "Fuck this podcast. You are on your own, buddy."
Rich, this is why. Thank you for coming. Man.
Dude, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad that you came over here. We haven't really talked like deeply
and
like this.
Yeah, no,
So,
never. Just like passing glances.
Yeah, just passing
Basically.
glances. But we'll definitely like hang out soon. But again, thank you for being the first guest here.
Dude, I really appreciate it. I hope I made an impression. And I hope this will never end. The friendship, I hope so, but the podcast, no, because I need space time.
All right,
All right, I'll go.
get
I'll go.
the fuck out of here.
All right, I'll-
Thank you guys for coming. Dark roast, baby.